Tonight, thousands of frightened cattle may crush you in the dark.
They're running blind.
But right now, it is 3:30 in the morning, and the only sound in Texas is a coffee pot beginning to boil. You are 19 years old, paid $1 a day, and the next 18 hours will erase almost everything the movies taught you about cowboys. You wake on the ground beneath a thin wool blanket, heavy with dew. There is no tent. No pillow. Your saddle has been your headrest. Your body already hurts. The first thing you smell is wood smoke and bitter coffee. Out here, coffee is fuel, not pleasure. Breakfast comes from the chuck wagon, beans, salt pork, and a biscuit. You will see most of it again before this day is over. The trail boss commands the drive, but the cook controls camp, food, supplies, the wagon, even first aid. Making an enemy of him would be a long mistake. Your pay is $25 or $30 a month, about $1 for an 18-hour day. The horse beside you belongs to the outfit. A herd of spares, called the remuda, follows the drive. You may change mounts 2 or 3 times today so no horse is pushed too far. Pull the cinch tight. The sun is not up yet. Your workday is. By sunrise, roughly 2,500 longhorns are moving across the grass like a river of horns and hide. Point riders guide the front. Swing and flank riders hold the sides. Drag riders swallow the dust of nearly 10,000 hooves. You are the newest man, so today you ride drag. Pull the bandana over your nose. By noon it will be the color of the trail. A good day moves the herd only 10 or 12 miles. Push the cattle too fast and they lose weight. Lost weight means lost money, and the boss notices every pound. Then the trail reaches a river. Longhorns can swim, but the first animals may turn back. The herd can bunch, circle, and pull cattle, or a trapped rider, beneath the surface. Trail crews fear rivers and stampedes more than the gunfights movies remember. Many riders cannot swim. You enter behind the cattle. The water rises against your horse. Horns, backs, and churning brown water fill everything you can see. You reach the opposite bank wet to the waist, with no change of clothing. You keep riding. Dinner is served at noon. Beans again. You may eat this twice a day for months. A proper bath can be weeks away. You smell of horse, smoke, sweat, and cattle. So does everyone else. Now, about the gun on your hip. Hollywood fires it every morning. Here, you may go weeks without using it. Ammunition costs money, and one shot can panic the herd. It is a tool, not your personality, and usually just extra weight. Even Cowboy is not yet the heroic title movies will make it. Many riders prefer hand or drover. In some towns, cowboy sounds more like a warning. Most riders are young, the average is about 24. Roughly 1 cowboy in 4 is black, while Mexican and Tejano traditions shaped the job long before Hollywood. Most men stay in this life for about 7 years. Then they settle down, learn another trade, or simply stop riding this hard. To the west, clouds are stacking into a dark wall. The cook stops working and watches them. For a little too long. By evening, the storm stands black above the prairie. The wind disappears. The air feels heavy and electric. The cattle sense it before you do. Heads rise across the herd. Grazing stops. Thousands of animals become still and listen at the same time. Night guard is divided into shifts, and yours is first watch. Now you learn why cowboys sing. It is not romance. On a nervous night, silence makes every sudden sound dangerous. You circle the herd, singing low and steady, so the cattle always know where you are. Nothing has changed. They can lie down again. On rare stormy nights, blue electrical light can form around the longest horns. St. Elmo's fire. It is beautiful. It is also a warning that the air around you is dangerously charged. You keep circling. You keep singing. Then the first thunder rolls across the prairie. A bolt of lightning tears open the sky.
They're running.
The herd rises almost as one. Thousands of cattle run together in the dark, as if the ground itself has started moving. Dust swallows the stars. You can only hear the herd, a rolling thunder that does not stop. Your job now sounds insane. Ride toward the front. Find the leaders. Bend the run into a wide curve. If the front begins circling, the rest may follow until the herd mills around itself with nowhere left to run. You do this at a gallop, in darkness, over ground you cannot see. One hidden hole can bring down your horse and put you beneath everything coming behind it. This is the most dangerous hour of your working day. And you are doing it exhausted, for $1. At last, the run becomes a circle. The circle tightens. Hooves slow until the prairie is quiet except for coughing cattle and exhausted horses. Near dawn, the boss counts the riders. Tonight, every man answers. Other drives are not always so fortunate. Sometimes a horse returns with an empty saddle. And here is the part the legend rarely tells you. The great Texas trail drive era lasts barely a generation and is already fading while you are living inside it. What ends it is not an outlaw, a gunfight, or anything designed for a movie poster. It is wire. Barbed wire is already spreading across the west. It divides grassland, closes access to water, and blocks old cattle trails. Within another decade, much of the open range will be private squares, and the great trail drive era nearly over. Not ended by a bullet. Ended by a fence. But that is tomorrow's history. Right now, it is 3:30 in the morning again. A coffee pot is beginning to boil. You push away the blanket, saddle a fresh horse, and prepare to do all of it again. Because that is the job. $1 a day, no matter what tried to crush you in the night.